And now several beautifully lit Cathay Pacific airplanes fly high above the crowd. They serve to remind us of the wonderful journey ahead in the new year.
We've dimmed the lights so you can see them. The Hong Kong skyline graces the side of the float, highlighting Cathay Pacific's double daily nonstop flights from San Francisco to Hong Kong.
You know, Julie, I visited the float barn earlier this week and was amazed to learn that this float itself took about 2 miles of rope lighting. I think I know who I want to put up my holiday lights next year.
I know. Can you imagine? How was that down there at the float barn? You saw all the floats, didn't you?
Yeah, the ones that were all complete. It was amazing. Just a few days before the parade, they were all working really hard. It was like Santa's workshop just before Christmas.
They did a fantastic job, and they're ready, and here they are tonight. Cathay Pacific Airways.
Dave Thomas and his team at East West Productions made the majority of the floats in the parade. Each float requires about 200 hours, and some take as many as 400 to 600 hours, and they're mostly crafted from styrofoam and paper mache. Here is another look at the Guangzhou Archer from China. They were the opening act, and now we get a tour of the city.
And you know, Ben, it must be a coincidence. The tour follows the same route as our parade.
Well, it's a working tour, I guess, so now they can write it off as a business expense.
Yep, and here you're seeing them again. We saw them in our opening act, and they are back. This isn't their first tour. They've hit 5 continents in an effort to promote Chinese culture, and they continue their California leg with stops in Davis, Sacramento, and Los Angeles. And they are beautiful, waving to the crowd there. We saw them earlier dancing in the hula hoops and doing amazing routines. 3 people up with handstands, such human strength. And here they are now riding on the parade. They're a little shivering there. You can see some of them because they're wearing barely anything in this cold weather, but lots of smiles out there tonight. Well, 2010 was a magical season for the San Francisco Giants. And tonight, the Giants mascot, Lucille, members from the Giants front office, and the junior Giants are all here along with that coveted trophy.
And the crowd goes wild.
It sure does. Look at that. Everyone getting a chance to see the Giants trophy, the World Series
and they are no longer, they're no longer just the Giants, but the world champion Giants. I had great fun at the Fan Fest, and people were lined up for city blocks to have a chance to get a photo taken with their trophy.
It's a popular thing. You know, the Commissioner's Trophy has been on a tour around the country, recently making a stop in New York, the Giants' original home, and after a few more stops, it'll be back where it belongs at AT&T Park for the home opener coming up in April. Now, Bank of the West proudly continues its tradition of presenting each year's honored lunar animal. And this year, it's a magnificent glittering rabbit offering lettuce, a symbol of prosperity, to the crowd.
And there are a few more pounds of glitter there. That will be lettuce well spent, Julie. Now, I know that rabbits are on the hyperactive side, but the year of the hare promises to usher in a period of calm, one hopes, and an unhurried pace after the ferocious year of the tiger. Oh.
No New Year's feast would be complete without noodles, and on this next float we see a clever rabbit getting a share from Annie Chun's, the first brand of all-natural Asian foods.
Oh, look at that tomato. Somebody's been to the farmer's market. During the New Year festivities, foods are symbolic for 2 reasons. One is their appearance, or instant noodles are served because they represent long life.
Annie Chun's. Happy New Year, everyone. Other dishes are popular because of how the Chinese word for them sounds. Tangerines, for example, are symbolic because their Chinese word sounds like the one for luck and wealth.
That's right. Gong hei fa choi and sun nin fai lok. That's Cantonese for here's to good fortune and a happy new year. Alamo Elementary in San Francisco's Richmond district has been teaching students both Cantonese and Mandarin for a quarter of a century.
And they have chosen to ring in the new year with colorful flowers and fans, and look how cute they are. They're out here tonight dancing to the song, Where is Spring? And that's a good question because it's chilly out here tonight. Woo!
And in the middle of the pack right there, wearing the aqua blue outfits, are the fan dancers having a great time.
And you know, this group was actually hired a choreographer to help with tonight's performance, so we give a little special out to their choreographer, Shannon Yip. Actually, these kids are dressed to symbolize Lacey, which are lucky red envelopes. Well, there he is now, Kenny Si, the president of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce. He's been a member for 20 years and served his first term as president a decade ago. Welcome, Mr. Chinese Chamber of Commerce.
And he's a busy man, also serving as Senior Vice President and Northern California Regional Director of East West Bank. Mr. Z and the Chinese Chamber of Commerce want to wish everybody Sunning Fai Lok, meaning Happy New Year.
Meyerholtz Elementary and its Cupertino language immersion program, CLIP, celebrates the hare in its multicultural persona. In some cultures, the hare is seen on the moon and is called the jade rabbit. Others see the hare as a trickster, and in that view inspires the dancers' jester costumes.
The red and gold colors represent the new year. The green and white represent the jade rabbit. These particular rabbits are displaying jumbo carrots recycled from last year's tiger costumes.
And these kids are just some of the 1,500 children in tonight's parade. We welcome the group from Meyerholtz Elementary. They are so cute. Firecrackers, family, and food, all staples of the Chinese New Year celebrations.
That is right, Julie. We have much more to feast on when the Southwest Airlines Chinese New Year Parade continues.
This Chinese New Year fun fact is brought to you by Woodlawn Memorial Park.
Happy Chinese New Year. I'm Hector Gonzalez from Woodlawn Memorial Park.
Family traditions play a big part in the 15-day Lunar New Year celebration. Avoid breaking bowls and dishes as it may bring bad luck. And be careful how you discipline your kids. If they cry now, it may last all year.
From all of us at Woodlawn Memorial Park, we wish you a happy and prosperous Chinese New Year.
Hello, my name is Wei-Ling Ng, and I'm a proud McDonald's owner-operator here in the San Francisco Bay Area. McDonald's has had a long tradition of sponsoring the San Francisco Chinese New Year's Parade. On behalf of all of us here at McDonald's, we hope you're enjoying the parade. Gong hei fa choi.
And welcome back, everyone. We are live in San Francisco's Union Square celebrating the Year of the Hare. I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm former Major League shortstop Ben Fong Torres. And, oh, there I am with another guy I know, Brian Wilson at the Fan Fest. I do fear the beard. The biggest New Year celebration of its kind outside of Asia is also just outside the beautiful and luxurious Westin St. Francis. The landmark hotel at Geary and Powell has kept watch over Union Square since 1904 and has served as our broadcast headquarters.
There is Bill Bellacci, Wells Fargo president of the San Francisco Bay region. Happy New Year to him. Also participating in the parade, Maggie Mui, the senior vice president of the San Francisco market, and Sue Milton, vice president of the San Francisco downtown.
Now, rabbit people are usually careful when it comes to their finances, and this next float by Wells Fargo depicts the good money manager.
That's right, Ben. No reckless spending here. The float features a mountain of gold coins ready to be deposited into an adorable rabbit bank before heading to the real bank by Stagecoach. The bank routinely used these historic red and gold stagecoaches to move people and money from the east to San Francisco.
And watch closely now, there may be a surprise or two inside that gold mountain.
There they are, the little ones up there on top, waving to the crowd, popping out of the door there. Isn't she cute? Happy New Year on the Wells Fargo float. You know, 6 zodiac cycles or 72 years. That's about how long Troop 12 Drum and Bugle Corps has been around.
Wow, they have certainly been around the block a few times, Julie, making numerous appearances in this Lunar New Year parade. Let's check them out.
Drum and Bugle Corps is chartered by the Council of Japanese Churches in San Francisco. They're part of the Boy Scouts of America and are open to all boys regardless of musical experience. Wu Yi's Children's Services partners with UPS to celebrate the Lunar New Year. Both have a long history of serving the community.
And UPS is serving the community right now. Volunteer drivers are pulling all but 2 of the floats in tonight's parade. And they're there at work.
Wu Yi is Cantonese for protecting and caring for children, and this Chinatown nonprofit and family support agency is also one of the beneficiaries of the UPS Foundation.
Chinese Hospital wishes everyone a healthy and happy new year. This float proudly showcases the old and the new, the present and the future. The front building represents the past 100 years of the hospital. The second building is a glimpse of the new design.
The new facility will be twice as large, have almost 1/3 more beds, and is expected to open in 2014. The community-owned nonprofit hospital was created more than 100 years ago to provide care for the Chinese who are denied health care. It's San Francisco's last independent hospital. And here you're seeing the procession of units moving up Geary Street here on the rain-slickened road, but off to the right there, everyone bundled up in their rain slickers, lots of umbrellas, and warm coats, watching all the action.
And some of the best seats aren't seats. They're folks standing inside Macy's department store, getting a nice view of the parade. And here is a group that definitely loves a parade. It's the hardworking crew from KTVU Channel 2 heading up the street right now. They're riding San Francisco style. That means in a couple of trolley cars.
And our own Robert Honda gets to turn the tables on them right now and ask a few questions. So, Robert, who do you have down there?
Julie, we have reached the talent portion of our show. That means the on-air talent portion. This is the KTVU on-air people. Oh, here they come.
Good to see you. Go get Bad Joy.
Oh, good. Hey, Bad Joy. Hello. Lonnie Robert. Mike Nebach. Corey, how are you? Sal Castaneda. Steve Paulson. Pam Cook, how are you? These are the familiar faces that you get to see early in the morning. So, first of all, give them a break because a lot of them, they're not used to being up at this hour. Mike, this is one of your first times here, right?
Well, it's been about a few years, but one of the first with Claudine. Now that we have that weekend morning show now, 4 hours
So we'll be up
all
early
weekend
tomorrow.
with Claudine. It's fantastic.
And you'll be waking up with us, right?
That's right. I watch all the
7 o'clock, Robert. Be there.
Claudine, what do you think about this? A lot of rain and yet a lot of people.
You know what? It's amazing. Everyone's smiling, happy. They're dressed warm, but they're out here. They're not going to miss this. It's
Sal,
great.
come in. Hi. Hey, Sal, how's the traffic been coming
It's
there?
very crowded today. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm having fun anyway. Back to you.
Not too many alternate routes. Tori, come on, I always, she's always ducking me every year. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
And can you believe all the energy out here, especially with all the rain earlier?
Even the rain, and when we were here earlier, we saw the streets were lined even before 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's amazing. And I also like looking at the people up in the windows. There's a lot of people inside, though.
You know what? That's a good idea. I think I'm going to join them. Ladies and gentlemen, the KTVU on-air people, the morning people. Get some sleep.
Robert, thank you, and thank you to all of them. We are going to continue to celebrate the Chinese New Year's parade when we come back, so stay with us.
Annie Chun's all-natural Asian cuisine and long-life noodle stir-fry is a great way to start your Chinese New Year celebrations. Go to ktvu.com for the full recipe.